So let's answer that question. What is the easiest slow stitching project for beginners? And what is the easiest slow stitching project to complete for any level of skill? Okay, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what that is. And all of the little goodies are in this kit, and the link is in the description. So as I start to unwind this, you are going to be able to see why this is such an easy kit and easy project to make, and why anyone, but especially beginners, would want to start with this. So what is it? This is a slow stitch snippet roll memory scroll on, in this particular case, a rolling pin, a wooden rolling pin. And you can see all of the beautiful layers and embellishments that I have added to this. And this is in a butterfly garden theme. And I have teapots, teacups, and little sewing machine embellishments, charms, and buttons added to it. Isn't this adorable? Look at this. Absolutely. So there's the teacup. Here's the butterflies that I fussy cut out of the fabric. And those fabrics are going to come in the kit. You get one of these wooden sewing machine buttons. All of the little butterfly appliques. You'll get the fabric for you to fussy cut. You'll get yo-yos that I've already made. You'll get vintage buttons, laces, trims, this beautiful enamel butterfly button, more of the yo-yos, more of the little butterfly embellishments. You'll get a word charm. Mine I put on here says trust. And more butterfly embellishments, more yo-yos, vintage buttons. You'll also receive a letter charm. So whatever name the order is placed in, you'll receive the first letter of the name on the order. Ribbon, little rosettes, all types of vintage laces and trims, and then the little teapot charm at the end. So what we're going to make today, though, because if you notice in this kit, what do you see? You don't see a rolling pin. You see a wooden spool or a wood bobbin. So whatever you call it. And in here, the foundation piece is 43 inches. But you're only going to need probably about 12 inches for your bobbin, your spool. Because I tried to wrap this up on here, and I will show you how much you can actually fit on here. So I'm going to start at this end. It doesn't matter whatever end you decide you want to be the beginning. I'm just showing you this end for demonstration purposes. And then you want to fill it to the edge of your spool. And so that, and then you would have a stopping point, obviously, because if it was, let's say if it was 12 inches, let's just say if I decided to stop here, and then you would put a button here. Or you could just take a ribbon and tie a ribbon around it. But if I tried to keep going, look what happens. Then you go past that. So I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to measure it. And let me see. What does it measure to fit onto there? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 inches, actually. So if I were to actually go to 12... which would have been right here. You just have to also keep in mind to wrap it snug. And I don't know, I think some of the that I saw wrapping it. I've never really actually seen anybody wrap it. Now that I think about it, I've never seen anyone do that on their channel. I've seen them make them, but I've never seen them actually wrap it onto a spool, so I can't really say 100%. But I'm holding it snug, and I didn't tape it. I think I've heard somebody say something about taping it. Alright, so this is the 12-inch mark. Then I could get right about here, and then this would have been where I would have, the piece of fabric would have actually been stopped, and then you would have at the other, no, actually, so yeah, see right here. So the button would actually go here, and then you would have a little string or something right there. So, but we're going to make one 12 inches today. So the way I made this one, I just absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And I start at one end, and then I wrap it around. Bring that snug. And if you notice, I keep the fabric and the batting is between the layers. So I have the fabric foundation, then the batting, and then the other fabric layers and lace on top of that. And then after I get to that end, then I go back to the other side, and then I just wrapped it around, and then that was it. So then now all I would need to do is take a piece of ribbon or fabric of whatever I decided. All right, let me see what I have right here. I know I had a piece somewhere. Okay, this is what I saw, so I'm just going to grab it real quick. Okay, so where's the end? Okay, so here's the end. And actually, this is a cute tie to use because it's a garden theme. It's so cute. Love it. This is a really nice, thick linen. I took the wire out of the sides ribbon. Isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. And then you can just, you know, lay it down like this to display it on a shelf, or you can have it standing up, whatever you decide that you want to do. So I'm going to just lay this to the side for now, and then we're going to work on the little wooden spool. And I have a lot of scraps that I already have here on my desk that I was working on. So I'm going to just pull out what I have here, and I'm going to cut a 12-inch piece of fabric, and I want it to be a solid white, a neutral color. I don't want it to be patterned at all. So let me see what I have. I got a lot of stuff here nearby. Okay. Nope, that's too short. Got lots of scraps. All right, let me grab the fabric. Okay, let's see. There we are. We're going to need some batting. All right, so I only want to cut a 12-inch strip. So what I did before was I cut this whole thing, which I'm going to have to do it again, but I'm just going to, and this is what I did, is I laid the spool. So now I got to keep in mind, you don't want it right up at the edge. You want to come in a little bit, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, because then when you start to fold it and you're embellishing it, then it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down on this side here. And then I'm looking, so I want to cut it right about here. So my ruler tells me that I need it to be about 2 inches. So I'm going to just go ahead and lay this right here. And I'm going to start over here. Pull this up. On my mat so I can see exactly what I'm cutting. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right at the 2-inch mark. Set that aside. Alright, so now I am going to only do 12 inches because, like I said, I can see very clearly that it's not going to hold it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's 24 inches. So I've picked out a few charms. This one, I just had it out for you to see. So this is the charm that I put in the kit. Isn't it cute? It's in a floral butterfly theme. Put it back in the case. Alright, and then where did I put the... I thought I had a teapot. Okay, so let me get a teapot. So on this little strip that we're going to show you to add to this. So there's 5 kits right now available for you to purchase in my shop. And this one I've kept out for my own personal use. So we're going to add a little teapot. We're going to add a little miniature spool of thread. We're going to add a sewing machine, wood sewing machine button. And we're going to add some vintage buttons of various sizes. These were just the ones that I happen to have here. Doesn't mean that's exactly what I'm going to use, but these right here I will use. And what did I do with the there? Okay, and I'm going to add a fabric crochet, not fabric, crochet. Oh, there it is. Flower. Okay, and then the fabric scraps. We're going to need some embroidery thread, needles, pens, all that good stuff. And then let's get started and start making this cute little slow stitching memory roll scroll wood spool or wood bobbin. Okay, so, and I'm going to just go through here and pick fabrics from my stash that I want to add, that I think would look good with this, what I'm going to do. And it's just, this is something to just don't overthink it. My best recommendation is pick a color theme and go in that color theme. And then you know that you're going to enjoy what's going to be the end result. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. And you can make them bigger pieces, you can make them smaller pieces. It's completely up to you. So don't just, that's the best tip, is that don't overthink it. and just have fun with it. Pick out your scraps and, okay, wait, before I do that, I want to add some batting. Okay, let me see if I have any scrap batting here. It's the size that I want. I had some, but I think I used it all. Okay, so we're going to add this piece here. So this is a step-by-step tutorial how to do this. So there's no doubt about it in your mind as to what do I do next, and then what do I do next, and what do I do next. So you're going to see me do every step from start to finish so that you do not have any doubt about what to do, and you'll feel confident and you will be ready to go. So you'll need batting, you'll need your foundation fabric, you will need your scrap pieces of fabric, and ribbons, lace, vintage buttons, and that's about it. And then you just layer and have fun. That is the key element, is to bring the fun to the project. Just have fun. Don't overthink it. And so I'm just sitting here going through my stash, looking at the fabrics, what do I have, and deciding on what do I think is going to look nice. And this is just completely going with the flow. Might not work. Okay, keep that one over there. Put that right there. Not use this. I might use this one instead. And then I can put the little, there we go, I like that. Button there, button here. I may not use this because I think it's a little too much neutral. Okay, let me see about this one. I wish I had scrap of this already cut somewhere. Okay, you know what, instead of that, I think I want to use this other one. Where is it? I just saw it. I lost it. There you are. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to use this one in the last project, but I didn't get to. And now I'm going to use it in this project, I think. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. This one can go here. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how beautiful that is. Okay. So you just audition, and whatever you decide on is what you go with. Okay, so now got little smidgen right here. Let me see what would look good there. Not quite. Not quite. Let's see. do, bring this down. Realized what I did too, so I will fix that in a moment. And then bring this down. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that. So that's my bottom foundation piece. All right, I'm going to have to get out the iron. Okay, good. All right, so I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of fabric, and so that was, you know, look at how easy that was. So I'm going to get the iron. I'm going to iron this wrinkly little piece, and then I shall be right back. So one thing to keep in mind is when you're adding the lace, you can do this in a number of ways. So you can take a long strip and you can just put it across the whole top or bottom or sides or whatever, or one little block at a time, whatever you like. So I like to work in little sections, little pieces. I put a piece of ribbon right here, and then just add whatever looks good to you. And you know, sometimes you'll be surprised that the contrast that you get when you think outside the box. So I have a lot of ribbon, a lot of lace, and so I like to just try out different pieces, and I don't want to use a bigger piece for this. I want to use something more delicate. Okay, like this here. That looks really pretty. Trim it right up against that ribbon. And then, thinking I want something a little darker for this one. Quite sure, maybe down here on this one. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't. Okay, maybe I'll put it at the bottom. I don't know, I just don't like it crossing over that image. It doesn't look as good. Okay, there. Trim it right there. I don't want it to cross over the other piece. This is more of the ribbon. Thinking maybe this piece here. I have not used this before, so it still has some tape on it. Okay, actually, peel it off. I've had this for a number of years, and I forgot about it, as I will do, and I was looking through some things the other day, and I came across it, and I was like, wow, this is pretty. I don't know, I think it's too wide for this project. Okay, so let me see. That one there, this one here, this one here. Sometimes you can go on an angle, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, I like it's picking up on some of this. Okay, and then it's just a matter of having fun. This is supposed to be a fun project, and it is a lot of fun. So don't overthink it, and just continue to have fun with it, and it will be a wonderful project. Okay, do I want this here? Do I want it over here? I'm not 100% sure where I want it, what I want to do with it. Don't really want to cover up the hat. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want and where I want it. Maybe I don't want it at all. Just have to go with what looks good and feels good, and that's about the way you do it. Fighting with that. That, I don't know. I'm thinking I might double layer it here. Somehow I like that. Bring this over here. Okay, now I can come in, put that button there, put my little sewing machine charm here. Okay, now the plan is coming together. Okay, this strip, okay, I'm not sure if that's going to go there, if I'm going to put it up here. Okay, thinking I like this like that. Or do I want this down here and this up here? Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, I like that. All right, so that's going to go here. Let's go ahead and start pinning some of this in place. Okay. This I'm going to trim there on the green. I'm going to bring this teapot there. Now this I have reserved for my kit, so I'm not going to use it for this. Okay, yep, here I like it like that. Perfect. I'm using every little scrap. I like that. Very cute. Really, really nice. Okay. Bring that up. And then this button, I'm going to put it right here for now. And let's see, what else does it need? Okay, so we have, thinking maybe a couple of the little, ooh, well, I have this nice butterfly applique. I used a lot of butterflies on this one. You see how I use this one here, and then I have this one here. did use a lot of butterflies. Gotta think about it. I do want a yo-yo. Alright, so let's find a yo-yo. I think this one might, that would blend in and bring this black out right here. Okay, I might put it over here. A little bit right there maybe. Or move the teapot. Bring it up here. No, I think it needs to be, either need to anchor it here. Is that too much for that? I don't know. Bring it down here. That would be pretty in that one. Maybe I'll put him right there. I like it there. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, teapot here. This button here. Alright, what else does it need? Thinking. Oh, my word charm. Yeah. Where did I put you? Where did I put there? No, that's the teapot. Where did I put the word charm packet? Oh. I am really good at being able to misplace things right on my desk in front of me. Okay, and I just had them. Here's this pack. Maybe I moved it over here. No. I'm going to keep searching. I am going to find it. It's hiding, but I'm going to find it. Okay, so I found the word charm. And I thought of something else I want to add. Okay, so I had... Okay, love. I can put love over here. And then I'm going to put a heart. And I'm going to stamp it onto the... I'm either thinking I'm going to stamp it onto the muslin or a piece of linen, if I can find a small little scrap piece of linen in here. Not take up too much time. I think this is just cotton. It's just various cotton. Okay, this is going to have to be good enough. Alright, so we're going to take our pigment ink. Alright, let me see. I guess this end is going to work. This is going to be the better end. And it fits perfectly on this little strip. Underneath of it just in case it bleeds through on my mat. I don't know. Okay. Cute. Love it, love it, love it. This is really good ink. Okay, put the stamp aside. Alright, and I'll trim it. I thought I was stamping it off that crease, but okay. There we go. Alright, now here. I could put it here. I think I like it here. Oh yeah, pretty. Very nice. And I'm thinking I'll put the teapot here now. Okay. It is looking really good. good. Okay, it needs a little bit more lace. I really like using lots of lace and trim and stuff. So let me get some other. Okay, I want a piece to come across here. That would be really pretty. Okay, put this over here on this end. Pin it down right there. Now you have two options. You can hand stitch all of this, or you can do a machine stitching and hand stitching combination. So thinking I might just do both. And so let me come back and I will do all the stitching, and then I'll be back and show you the results. Okay, here's the final finished product. Look at how beautiful it is. I love every bit of it. Just adorable as it can be. So everything is stitched down, sewn into place, and now I can come in here and do any decorative accent stitching that I want to do anywhere here. I thought I'll do some right here between this ribbon here, maybe a little bit right here, and I think I'll do something here on the center of this heart. I think that would really be cute. So this is just turned out so beautiful. So I'm going to start here at this end and roll it, and let's see what it looks like. If I can, these little things are so slippery. The spool is slippery. Okay, it's not as tight as a weave as I would have liked, but it's okay. All right, let's go around this way, see what we get. Okay, so it looks really pretty. I like it. Okay, so I think I started here before, didn't I? Yeah. If we start on this dragonfly end, then I can. Okay, there's the butterfly. That's what I liked before. I like it where you can see the teapot on the outside. I don't like it being wrapped up and covered on the inside. And then the little love charm comes around and meets it right there. Oh, how adorable is that? Isn't that cute? And then if you wanted to, like I said, you can put, actually you could use this button and just put a little strap here, and then you could wrap it around that, or just get a real thin piece of ribbon. That would work as well. I think that would be cute. This is just something I've got right here. I'm just going to grab a hold of it real quick. I tend to do that, so whatever I can see right there handy, because I would go on that side of the button and then wrap it. I'm going to kind of just like twist it right now. Get a little bit snug. It's very hard to do one-handed. Oh. If it was metal, it would just twist better, but I thought, okay, maybe. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? Look at how cute these are. Oh, just adorable. Love, 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 love. So you've got to make one of these. Give it a try. Make several. Do it as short or long as you want, and use them for just decoration. Use them for your journal projects, a placemat, a wall hanging, a little mini quilt. Look how beautiful and adorable these are. I just love them. So thank you for being here with me today. See you in the next video. Stay safe and keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.